given this situation, why do you think the company is going for an IPO instead of going to a bank or financial institution or a bank or financial institution?
Okay, so we'll be collecting the questions first, then one after another we will answer those. So first we are asking the questions. Your question is done? Okay, so moving to next question. Anyone else? Here, yes.
I am Tamit from UCB Capital. I just have one business specific question. Just trying to understand that. Basically, 30% of the entire top line is driven by the one-day chicken. So that has gone up by more than 60 crore. Sales has gone up by more than 60 crore. That's like twice as much as the company was producing 1 year back. So that 60 crore made up around 25% of the company's top line. So my question is, the company had a gross margin of 84% last year. This year, the company experienced 86% margin in spite of having 25% growth in top line. So if I want to make some rational conclusion, I would have to say that the entire new sales that was generated basically had no margin, or there has been a drastic drop in the margin of feed. Now, I would want to understand if there is a significant drop in the margin of the feed products, then why has it happened so, and what the company's plans to do in order to fight back in the industry. And if not, then I would like to know what is the margin of the one-day chicken that the company sells. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question. We are expecting a few more questions. Yes.
Thank you very much. I am Iftihar Alam, Head of Primary Services, Long-Term Investments Limited. I have a question about the strategic investments of Intex Group. From the balance sheet, we actually see that Intex Group has about 96.60 million investment in X Ceramics Limited. And in 2013, the investment was 21.6, and subsequently in 2014, the company has invested around 75 million. In last 4 years, there is no earnings, there is no return, there is no dividend from X Ceramics Limited. Is this any strategic investment, or what's the plan of company regarding X Ceramics Limited after listing? Thank you very much.
Do you think devaluation will help the company to get a better price, better issue price?
Thank you. Thank you. So moving to, we are looking for another question.
This is
from the back side, yes.
I am Tanzir Hassan from Credence Asset Management Limited. At first, I like to welcome Agro Limited that they want to come into the stock market. We had a bad experience regarding these industries. Previously, we saw that Goji Hata Aquarium, Magnaship, Bexinco Fisheries came to the stock market. Due to poor corporate governance, investors suffered a lot. So I want to know that what initiative you are taking, or what's your plan to improve to build the confidence among the investors regarding your corporate governance. My another question is, in your first slideshow, you showed that disease as the systematic risk. Sometimes this type of disease like swine flu, bird flu spread in epidemic form. So what's your plan regarding this type of disease if this happen in the future? Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're expecting few more questions. Okay, this side.
Assalamualaikum. Good evening to all. I am Mohammad Shamsul Haq from Asian Tiger Capital Partners Investment Limited. I have reviewed the financial statement of Index Agro Industries Limited. It has been observed by me that current government privileges the industries in the way of full exemption of VAT and lower tax rate. But if government change or in the near future, government impose VAT or higher tax rate such type of industries, what would be the contingency plan of the company? Thank you.
Thank you so much. There's a time constraint, so we'll be taking another 4 questions. Already 6 we got. And I know you guys must have a lot of questions. Yeah, please.
Good evening. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And I am Sridhar Alam, CEO of S Capital Management Limited. So the overall roadshow was fantastic. The overall roadshow was fantastic, and my question is that if Agro Industries Limited is producing fish feed, poultry feed, and day-old chicks, but some other companies are producing beside this some other products. So do you have any plan, diversification plan to compete in the market? And do you have any plan to produce cattle feed? Thank you.
All right, so heading to our next question. From this side or from that side?
Good evening. Muhammad Hassan Al-Qadim, Executive of Microfinance Investment Limited. Your all raw materials are imported and price is volatile. So my question is that what is your plan to sell your product in this competitive market? Thank you.
Very logical question. Yes.
Yeah. Good
Right.
evening. This is Zakir Ali from City. We congratulate you to the road show. Really, it's appreciable. But my question is that regarding research and development, R&D sector, what is your future planning that you are going to upgrade your R&D sector? And regarding the importing the raw materials or producing raw materials here itself. These 2 clarifications we need to know once you are going to collect public money. So when the bank is now decreasing their rate, interest rate, so do you think it will be very much feasible for you to upgrade your company in the field of research and development and producing the raw materials in the country itself? That will be better or not? These are the 2 clarifications. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you. We are expecting the last question. Yes.
My name is Samil Saman. I'm from Miller Global Bangladesh. My question was about the day-old chicks business. 30% of your revenue is generated from this business. But if we look at the price of sales price of the day-old chicks in last 4 years, it has been very volatile. And you have talked about minimum capex and keeping your production level at an optimal level. But if there is overcapacity in the overall industry, then you will face a serious challenge. So do you have any plan to address this volatility in the price of DOCs in this market?
Thank you so much. I know there are a lot of guests have. No, we don't want any more, or we are not expecting any more questions now. If you have any queries or any questions, we'll be sharing the email address and number, so you can, yes. Here is on the screen. You can see it. If you have any question, you can mail. So next 3 days is open for all of you to have more queries and asking questions. And now our panel of distinguished guests are there to answer your questions, those who have asked.
First of all, I thank those who have placed all these nice questions. All of them are very good questions to begin with. The first question came from the gentleman. who asked that why we are going public. Why we are going public? That was his first question. Answer to his question is, first of all, if you notice that in agro-based industry, there are not very many IPOs. The reason being, the industry actually have come to quite a bit of maturity. Huge maturity took place over the period. We believe that we have matured enough. With 16 years of experience, we have put up a fantastic corporate environment with professionals, industry experts, so on and so forth. And we believe that by going IPO, it will rather enhance our corporate governance. It will attract. In this industry is growing very fast. We believe that in the future, for expertise, much more expertise are required. For that, we can also partner with some foreign investors. So when you have corporate governance, when you have proper systems in place, and also when an organization is compliant, definitely in the future, we strongly believe that possible investors with know-how will come in and contribute in the company and the country. So this is one of the major reasons I believe that this industry overall has an ample opportunity to grow, and we would like to be part of it. That was the first question, why we are going IPO. Question number 2 was, now the second question was one of our organization here called X Ceramics Limited. Over in that organization, we have invested 96.6 million. That was his question. Why we have invested and why we did not receive any dividend. Now, you need to understand, sometimes we invest in long term. Now, this X Ceramics Limited is a capital intensive industry which requires a lot of investment, and at the same time, quite a bit of reinvestment also. Definitely it was profitable, and the profits actually went towards further reinvestment. And I think that in the coming years we are seeing profits. We have seen profits in that organization, and Index Agro Industries Limited will also I believe that will be getting dividends off of this company. I believe that answers the question. Question number 3. The question from the next question was, why the revaluation took place way back to 2011? Why we did not do any revaluation later on? Now, this was also another very good question we found. Now, it does reflect the niyat of the good intention of the management. The management did not want, because as we have decided that this was going public, to do any kind of revaluation in recent time. So when this also came to our attention, that why we should be revaluating, when this topic came up, we kindly refused it. And we said that no, before going to IPO, let's not do it. So we to keep it conservative and systematic, we decided not to do any kind of evaluation after 2011. But in the future, if the board decide with the new stakeholders, definitely it will be done. Okay. Another question came that this industry, overall, the agro-based industries enjoyed the VAT and tax exemption from the government in the past. Now, recently they have introduced taxes at a reduced rate. We have already we started to see the taxes. Look, in order to grow any country, we have to pay taxes. If we do not pay taxes, how can we grow? And in the future, if this industry does attract tax, accordingly the finished products will be adjusted, and it will be applicable for each and every company within the industry. So, the answer I think lies there. Thank you. Next. Some gentleman here, he spoke of the volatility of raw material. Now, I also would like to answer, also another person asked for the DOC, the finished goods volatility. I will answer both together. Now, agro-based industries, in my speech, I talked about it. Volatility is part of this industry. Now, how smartly you are addressing it, that is the key. Now, we believe that our strong team, we have been managing our supply chain very, very strongly from the top. We have a fantastic experience of procurement. We do follow all the future of Chicago, London, India, so on and so forth. That is the reason we have created a beautiful storage facility worth 40,000 metric tons. Now, that enables us always to procure the material when it is the deepest, when it is at the deep, and we procure it at the right price when it is at the deep, and we bring it to our warehouse and simply enjoy the procurement price benefit of it. That is the procurement, how we do the procurement. Now, regarding DOC, yes, it has been quite volatile. It does range sometimes 100 to 120% volatility we do see in this industry. Now, the way we look at it is, it's a 3-year cycle for DOCs. Yes, we may lose in that particular segment of DOC for 1 year, but other 2 years, definitely, we do enjoy profitability. That's what we have seen in last 16 years. And that's what made us mature, that's what made us smart, and that's how we can also plan. We know, from our experience, we know that next year will be a good year, because we do have some statistics in our hand. So I believe that also answers the volatility issue of DOC. Next question was if any plans we have to produce cattle feed. Now, in our facility already, we have cattle feed production facility. If it does require, if the market does have the demand, we'll definitely can produce in our existing facility cattle feed. Should not be any issue. Another gentleman asked about the R&D. What we are planning on R&D. Again, in my speech, I mentioned in the R&D we take it very, very seriously, because only R&D can distinguish you from the rest. Because continuous R&D gives you the strength, the analysis, and the information to be different. So in the future, we already have a state-of-the-art facility, lab facility. But in the future, we are planning on doing a biological lab. That biological lab will enable us to combat some threats in the poultry sector, especially in the poultry sector. So I believe I did answer most of the questions. Any other questions? Oh, and another question came from another gentleman. The panic thing. Maybe long time ago, 1 or 2 companies came in this sector. Well, there are some, of course, there would be some organization with bad intention or kharap niyate. I'm telling you, I mean, kono comment korbo na bepare. Kintu my point is, that was maybe very long ago, but under the new SEC regulation, I think they're very strict. The issue managers and those who are other stakeholders, they have completely vetted upside down our industry and our financials. They do show a fantastic, I think, growth, profitability, and overall strength of the organization. So I assure you that the kind of strength, and this is 2016. This is not 2000 or way before or something like that. This is 2016. Now, whatever we are bringing on the table is much more, is full of clarity, is full of sincerity. It has been placed, and if any further questions or query or anything like that, if you have, please do feel free to email us or contact us in the next 3 days. We'll be very happy to answer all your questions in this regard. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.